So the first thing that I did was I soaked them in, this is acetone right here, but you could use mineral spirits or gasoline or diesel or brake clean. Use anything like that that's going to break down the varnish and the crud on them. You don't have to worry about any O-rings or anything. There's no O-rings inside. So here's one that I already cleaned up, and I just want to show you that I don't know if you can see that in there, but that's moving. I had several of these that they were pretty sticky. After I released the oil pressure inside of them, they were still really sticky, and I'm not sure how far these go down when they're brand new out of the box. I'm getting quarter inch, maybe a little more of movement. So I want to put them in the relaxed state. I don't want them pressurized like how this one in here is. So you can see on this one there's no movement in there, and so there's a check valve inside of there, and it fills up with oil, and then there's oil pressure that keeps it pressurized. So I'm going to clean it up on the wire wheel, and then I'm going to relieve the pressure. I'm going to make sure that everything is moving as freely as I can get it. talk a little bit about the camshafts, and I think it's important to note that the slot here in the end is offset. You can see that side is narrower than this side on both. And if you look at the sprockets, the teeth or whatever that made up in that slot are offset. And the other important thing to note is that the sprockets are interchangeable. So what that means is that either sprocket will fit on either camshaft, the intake or the exhaust side. And the difference, though, is that when you are using this one on the intake cam, you would line up the intake timing mark, and vice versa on the exhaust cam. If you're using this one on the exhaust, then you will line up the exhaust timing mark. So after reviewing some of the footage that I took at the initial teardown, the sprockets were like that. So each cam had been set or lined up with the exhaust timing mark, so that put it, what is this, 120-ish degrees out. This is supposed to be roughly at 2 o'clock. This one roughly at 10 o'clock. So I would put it, approximately 120, maybe 160 degrees out. So here I've got the sprockets on the cams. You can see you want the intake side at approximately 2 o'clock, the exhaust side at approximately 10 o'clock. The exhaust has a triangle and the intake has a diamond. So my timing set that I got it from eBay. I don't remember the brand exactly, but as you can see, all my timing marks are black. There's no uniquely colored marks. So I've laid this out, kind of figured out which ones go on what, and what I'm going to do for ease of reassembly, so I'm going to put a white mark on the intake